Hi guys, Creative Lori here. Welcome everyone. Well, today this is kind of like a part 2 to the video I just posted. That's Sarah. Um, I did a chorizo video and I probably only eat chorizo once to twice a year. And my dad's coming over tomorrow. I'm prepping for the week because I have some extra time, and I made a chorizo and egg and potato skillet full. So I said it was good for 4 people, but actually it's 6 servings. Sorry, I had to pause. I had to put Sarah away. She wants the attention. Anyways, so I usually serve it with a side of beans, refried beans, or you can just do it like loose beans. And what I mean by that is when you do a crock pot full of beans, you put in your dried beans and you cook them, and there's broth, obviously. You can put a ladle of that on the side of your chorizo and eat it with corn tortillas. Or my dad likes it better when I do them refried. So after the beans are done in the crock pot, when he comes tomorrow, I'll take like 2 ladles full of the beans. I'll add a little extra water. I don't use any oil. And just the broth alone starts congealing with the heat and makes it into like a refried bean style. I do add a little bit of crushed cumin. I don't like the seeds. I just like the crushed cumin better. I think it's better. And I add salt. And then what you could do, I have some cilantro here. I'm not showing myself today because I'm just in a t-shirt and jeans and I'm just been prepping all day. So I have some beautiful cilantro here, and you can add that to the top of the beans, but usually I do pico de gallo. I don't have any tomatoes, but I do have red onions, so I could probably just do cilantro and some red onion. But today what we're going to do is I'm going to take some black beans and pinto beans, and I'm going to use about 1/4 of a bag each. So it'll be half a bag, so that's 50 cents because I did get these each bag, well, this is less than a bag, but each bag was $1 at the dollar store. You can get them, grocery outlet, most grocery stores. So I'm going to do 1/4 of each because that'll take us a little while to eat, and I usually can eat about a half a bag in 5 days, and then I kind of get tired of those beans and I want to move on to something else. So my dad will probably take some home though. But once I open the bag up, I usually store them in like these. These were Del Monte mason jars that had grapefruits in them. Oh, they were so good. So I am going to do that. I'm going to put 1/4 of each. I'm going to rinse them. That way you get all the dirt off of them and the little rocks. Then we're going to put them into my crock pot here. And the crock pot, I use this crock pot all the time. I'll show you once I fill it and everything. And I usually heat my water up. Oh, that's my coffee. I heat the water up in my electric kettle. So it kind of just gets it going first. Now, if you soak your beans overnight, you're probably going to save about an hour, hour and a half off of cooking time. But I always forget, and I usually just put it on high for 5 to 6 hours and the beans are ready. Lentils don't take any time at all. But let me go ahead and rinse my beans. Alright, so I have my beans in the crock pot. I have my kettle going. It's already starting to heat up, as you can see. I'm gonna, while we're waiting for that, I want to show you what I just made the other day. And it's this adorable, I think he's cute anyway, this cute little crow pie. And I've made several burlap pies before. Like this one over here is just an apple pie one, which I've done that before. There's my cookies. And there's my bran muffins, spice muffins I'm going to call them. And I can flip them over for Christmas. They're cherry cordial. But for fall and Halloween, I have a little crow pie. And no, I'm not eating crow. But I was in a craft battle with Indie Annie Jones, and it was this past Friday. I'm gonna link it in the description box below. Guys, go check out her channel. She's so funny. She does lives every day, but she has craft battles, and I was just in it this past Friday, and it was so much fun. We were Ginger and Marianne from Gilligan's Island. So I had a great time. Thank you very much, Annie, and I hope we can do it again. All right, so the water is just about done here, and I want to make you guys dizzy. I'm going to hit pause. So I pretty much use my crock pot for everything. So we got the black beans and pintos in there. And then I'll show you how much water I put. You can always add water, you know, in the middle towards the end, but really, it just depends on how thick you want them. Less water if you want thicker stew type beans, or more water if you want more like a soup. But when you take them out with a ladle and you put it in a skillet, you could just use less water and then refry them that way. So let me put the camera down. Ooh, there we go. So guys, I haven't done cooking videos in a very long time. In fact, I think most of them are on my other channel, Creative Lori's Jewelry and Gems. Don't ask me why, I just started doing them on that channel. But I didn't think anyone was really interested with them. They didn't do as well on this channel a couple years ago, so I just started doing them on the other channel. But I think now that we're all home and cooking more from scratch, I really don't eat out. I just don't trust eating out right now. Plus, I'm trying to stay within a budget. And, you know, certainly with dried beans that everyone's kind of stockpiling on, which is a great thing, people don't really know how to make them. But I'll do another video for that. This is just part of the video that you'll see right now, which I'll be serving with the chorizo tomorrow for my dad. So the water is almost done, and I'll show you how much water I put in. All right, one quick thing I want to mention is, or these jars here, they don't hold a whole bag. So once I open them and use them, then I put them in the jars, the mason jars. So that was 1/4 each. That what was left in here, or 1/4 of a bag basically. So real quick, I'll show you how much water I put in. I put in about 1.5 liters. Ooh, nice and steamy. So that's going to be a nice combo. And I just put it on high, and I just click the lid down. You don't have to, but it's great for like if you have to travel with something that you've cooked in the crock pot. It's so handy. Alright, so it's on high for about 5 hours. It'll probably be done a little bit sooner. Well, I don't know. Pinto beans are the longest cooking bean. It takes the longest. So, but I'm going to say about 5 to 6 hours, and then I'll show you what I do with them. After that, I'll probably refry them for, I'll refry them. I'll be doing this, you'll see that the next day, where I refry them for my dad, and it's such a good side dish with the chorizo. So I'll link the chorizo video at the end of this, and I'll also put the epic craft battle that I did with Indie Annie Jones, which was so much fun. We had a half an hour to create our craft, so had a great time. Anyways, guys, hope you like this. I'll come back when I show you what I do with it. And by the way, this is basically 50 cents worth, so each serving is 1 heaping ladle, which is 5 cents per serving, and if you want it as a soup, then it would be 10 cents. So, and it's very high in protein, fiber, carbs, and it's just a great side dish, but I use it for a lot of my main dishes. Okay, I'll be right back.